Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Stevie.
I'm Betty.
Today we are looking at our Dialogues with Themes lesson. And the theme is about typhoons.
Oh, very serious one.
Yeah. So, facing the typhoon together.
对。
So I guess we're going to have two people who are going to, face a typhoon together.
对，很严肃哦。那我们这个中文标题就翻译成面对台风，我们准备好了！惊叹号！我们真的准备好，你准备好了吗，同学？
Let's take a look.
Facing the typhoon together. Dialogue A. Tom and Rachel are watching the news about an approaching typhoon at home.
Did you hear that? The typhoon's getting stronger and it's headed straight for us.
I know. They say this one will likely cause a lot of damage. The government has already posted a sea warning.
That means there'll be a land warning soon and the typhoon will probably hit the island within the day.
We should start preparing right away. We don't want to repeat the same mistake we made last year. Remember when we forgot to close one of the windows when a typhoon hit last summer?
How could I forget? We spent days cleaning up the mess. Now we need to focus on preparing. I've already checked our emergency kit. We have flashlights, canned food, and water.
I'll secure the windows and bringing anything that could get blown away from outside. We don't want things flying around.
I'll make sure our phones are fully charged and save the local emergency numbers just in case. Also, we should stock up on more drinking water.
That's a smart move. Better safe than sorry.
Let's finish up quickly. We can't stop the typhoon, but we can be ready for it.
Okay, so in today's dialogue, we have Tom and Rachel. And they are watching the news about an approaching typhoon at home. So this means they're at home watching the news about this typhoon that is coming. It's approaching.
对，他就说我们今天背景就是两个人啊 ，Tom 跟 Rachel， 他们现在呢在家里就看新闻啊。那新闻是有关什么的呢？有个台风要来了 ，approaching 是一个比较难的单词 ，approach 是靠近，变成 ing 呢就是即将来临的、即将到来的台风。
Now, before we go into the dialogue, I want to mention, in Taiwan, of course, it depends on where you live, right? Like if you live on the coast.
海岸那边
Yeah, then a typhoon coming in to hit your coast is probably much more scary than like living in Taipei or Taichung. But some typhoons, of course, are quite big and can create a lot of damage. But one thing I'm really thankful for in Taiwan, most of our houses are made of cement.
哦，它是用水泥。
Yes. And so, yeah, I worry about the wind breaking a window, or maybe if you live somewhere with like a tin roof, 那种铁皮屋.
铁皮屋
Yeah, of course I would worry a bit more, but it makes me feel a lot more safe in Taiwan because our houses are made of cement.
除非是顶楼加盖，可能就不一样。
我刚好就是住顶楼加盖。
但是呢，大部分都蛮坚固。对，因为有一些地方，它其实那个不一定房子都像台湾这么坚固。那风一来，那个屋顶整个就没了。
Well, like in America, a lot of typhoons, except in America, they're called hurricanes.
他们叫做飓风嘛。
Yeah. And our houses in the U.S., if it's a house, are made of wood.
哦，用木头做的。
Yeah.
很多吗？美国？因为一
Almost
般小
all.
哦，真的假的？
Yeah.
除非在那纽约那一种，应该就是
Well, 当然大楼那种. If you live in a skyscraper or a big apartment building, then of course they're going to use cement or what we call concrete,
对。
一样水泥,
对，混凝土
or
嘛
brick, you know.
砖头。
But our houses, almost all of our houses, are made of wood.
就一般人住的那种房子都是木头的。
Yeah, they're big and they're beautiful and super comfortable, but they're made of wood.
对，危险哦，很容易会比较容易倒的感觉。
Yeah. So if I lived in Florida, I would really worry a lot about like a hurricane or a typhoon approaching.
对，所以同学就真的，我们住在台湾很庆幸，但是我们遇到很多台风了，应该比佛罗里达还要再
Yeah.
那个
Yeah.
对，
So, I mean, you still have to be careful.
没错。
Right. So looking at our dialogue, first of all, we have Tom. He just watched the announcement on the news.
没错，
So Tom says, "Oh, did you hear that? Like, did you hear that? Did you hear what they said? Did you hear that information? The typhoon's getting stronger and it's headed straight for us." So the typhoon's getting stronger. It's slowly becoming more and more strong. It's getting stronger. And if we say something is headed in your direction, that means it's coming towards where you are.
哦，直朝你扑过来
Yeah.
这样子的感觉。
So headed straight for us. Straight for us.
对，直直的来，他就说，哎，你有没有听到那个新闻讲？他就说呢，台风呢越来越强，而且呢往台湾本岛这边扑来。这里当然就是他们住在台湾嘛，哈，所以我们就这样翻译。那这个 be headed， 注意哦，同学，还有主动的 head for， 那它也有被动的用法，基本上呢意思是一样的哦。那这里的 straight 一个强调语气，就直直的朝我们这边来喽。
And we use this, it's headed straight for you, is we use it a lot.
哦，常常用。
Yeah. Like, oh, did you see that? When he hit the baseball, it headed straight for his head.
哦，故意要打他，哦，应该不是啊，应该
那不是
不小心，
故意
不小心挥到往他的
Yeah.
方向挥啦。
So
对
it headed straight for his head. Yeah, so we use this a lot.
对，有讲球啊，会动的那一种。
Yeah. Okay, so now Rachel says, I know. Like, I know. Yes, I heard that. I know the typhoon is getting stronger. They say this one will likely cause a lot of damage. So when we say likely,
对，
that means there's a very strong possibility, a good possibility.
很有可能的意思。
Yeah. We also use that the opposite way. Not likely.
哦，unlikely 或 not likely， 就是
Yeah.
不太可能。
Yeah, 我觉得不太会。
对对对，他就说我知道啊，就是啊，我有听到哦。他们就说啊，他们还说了，那这个 they 当然就是指新闻里面啊，他就说呢，这个台风啊，很可能会造成很大的危害 ，cause damage。他们这个字词搭配，同学要记得，然后 damage 危害不可数哦。
And then she says, and we hear this in the news in Taiwan all the time,
对
but you hear it in Chinese.
对，中文的，
Yeah, I hear it in English because I also work at ICRT.
对他可能要报，他自己要报。
Yeah. So we'll say things like the government has already posted a sea warning, or the government plans to post a sea warning at 6 a.m. But to post a sea warning or to give a sea warning means, hey, the ocean is getting dangerous because of the typhoon.
对
We are warning you, don't go out to sea. Don't go out to sea, and maybe you also need to secure your boats.
没错，就不要那个时候跑去观浪啊，这样子很可能你就会成为这个，就是很危险呐、其实很多人喜欢去观浪啊，或者是台风天钓鱼哦，这个都不好。那他就说呢，这个政府呢，老师刚才有讲到啊，因为他自己也常常用这个字哦，在英文，所以同学如果把这个学起来，你听力可能也会好一点。他就说呢，政府呢已经发布了 has already posted， 所以已经发布了一个海上警报喽，所以危险喽。
Yes, and now we actually say post because all of the warnings that we hear also get posted online.
哦，因为你可以张贴在网络上啊，发文、贴文这样子。
So you can look up the information. It's posted. Where in the past, the government gave you a warning and then, you know, it would go pass by ear. Everybody's, the sea warning is out. Don't go out to sea.
所以时代转变了。
Yeah. And then maybe they would go and post it on the dock.
哦，也是 post 的那个
Yeah.
也是那个动词。
That's what it means when you post something. And so that's why they say they posted a sea warning.
张贴的意思。
已经贴上去的。
对，
Yeah,
以前
they
是
posted it.
具体的，就布告栏之类的，或者是在那个码头啊会贴。那现在呢，都是在网络上贴，都是 post。
Do you know those little yellow
哦
notes?
，post-it notes。
Those are called post-it notes because you can write something and stick it on something.
对。
You can post it.
没错，就是我们那个平常会用的那一种啊，就是便利贴哦，这叫 post-it。对，
Yeah.
就是便利贴，因为就是撕下来给它 po 上去嘛，把它贴上去，要 post-it。
Yeah, and 后来中文就变成 po 上去。
哦，对，中文我们用的 po
post.
对。
post 上去 po 上去。
但是 po 没有中文，po 中文写不出
所以
来，
变成 po 上去。
对 po 上网这样
It's
子哦。
Chinese English.
对 po 上网哦 po 上网。
对。Okay, so she says they've already posted a sea warning. So now Tom says, ooh, that means there'll be a land warning soon, and the typhoon will probably hit the island within the day. So this means they've already posted a sea warning. They'll probably post a land warning soon. So they'll say, okay, it's getting close to land. Now we're telling you, be careful around mountain roads. Be
Dang.
careful about flooding, about rain. Be careful about going out. There's lots of things we all know in Taiwan, right?
没错，大家都很熟悉啦。
Right.
对，
And the typhoon will probably hit the island within the day. That means within this next 24 hours, within the next day, this day.
对，就在24小时之内哦。这里就讲说呢，哎，这就代表说啊，哎，很快的呢就会有一个陆上警报，因为现在海嘛，然后在陆上警报。然后他还继续说，就是台风呢，可能呢在24小时之内 ，within the day 哈，就是在今天这个范围，在24小时之内呢，可能呢就会袭击本岛。这个 hit。注意哦，台风就很常用 hit 跟 strike， 所以我们通常讲台风来啦。你除了讲 come 之外呢 ，hit 跟 strike 都可以，同学可能要注意一下。
So now, Rachel says, ooh, we should start preparing right away. So right away means right now.
现在
Yeah, we should do this. We should start preparing right now. Do it. We don't want to repeat the mistakes we made, or the mistake we made last year. So last year, I guess during typhoon season, they made a mistake.
Right, they probably did something a little bit not safe, a little bit stupid.
We'll find out in the next
哦
sentence.
对，他就说呢，我们现在就要赶快准备了啦，因为为什么呢？我们不想要重蹈去年的覆辙。这边呢，同学要注意 repeat the mistake， 重蹈覆辙，然后 make a mistake， 犯错。所以呢，他们就很紧张嘛，因为去年遇过了，错了，今年一定要改正。
Yeah, we don't want to make the same mistake. Then she says, remember when we forgot to close one of the windows when a typhoon hit last summer. So a typhoon hit and they forgot to close their window.
Unbelievable， 怎么会这样子呢？因为应该是动很多那个台风来啊，那吹那个窗户其实会一直动嘛，结果你竟然还忘了关。
It's not just the wind, the water.
对，有的时候会有那个还有树叶啊。
I've done this.
真的假的啦？你为什么会忘记？因为那不是很大声嘛，就会这样一直吹动、那
Because
个。
I went to work in the morning and it wasn't bad. And 5 hours later, when I went home, it was pouring rain and the wind was blowing super hard. And the rain was blowing right into my bedroom. My bed was soaking wet. My floor was wet. It was a huge mess.
所以你看吧，惨痛的经验哈、
Yeah.
去年
我非常懂这个。
对，所以今年一定要记得关哦。因为他就讲说，你记得吗？我们去年就忘了去关窗户，所以说呢，哎，去年那个很多水啊、叶子啊，这是我自己家的，都跑进来了哈。对，
Well, you're right, because the next sentence, Tom says, how could I forget?
对啊，根本怎么可能忘记这种惨痛的教训？
We spent days cleaning up the mess. We spent days. That means it took them more than one day. And he says when we spent days, we're talking 3, 4, 5 days.
对，他就讲说，我们花了好几天，然后这个 spend 后面加 ing cleaning up the mess， 这个 mess 就是一团糟，就是呢，我们这个房子被吹得一团乱了，然后花了好几天才收好，真的很惨痛。
Yeah. And then he says, now we need to focus on preparing.
对，
We need to focus on getting ready.
没错，我们现在呢要着重在就是我们一定要好好的准备。
I've already checked our emergency kit. Do you know what an emergency kit is?
I know, but I probably don't have one at home.
Oh.
你有吗？
Yeah.
哦，真的假的？哎呦，
Yeah.
这个
I have two.
模范生哎，你这个做的很好哎。这样，台湾人不知道有每个家里不一定哦，但我们家是我很确定没有。他说呢，我已经确认好，我们这个紧急避难包已经准备好，这个 emergency kit 哈，什么都有了。那整个加起来就是一个 kit 哈，一个避难包。
Yeah, and there's difference. You also need a kit with like your ID and your, bank information and things you might need, a charger, things you might need, not just food and water, but things if you have to run, you can grab your bag and it has everything you need.
哦，所以其实不只是那种紧急的食物跟水，你的这个什么身份证啊、银行啊、那个存折啊，都要有那种
重要的
可以
东西最好放在同一个地方。
马上抓了就跑。
Yeah, you can just
对。
grab it all and take it, or take it and put it in your bag and go.
对，但不要跟别人讲你放在哪哦。对。
But here they're talking about food and water because he says we have flashlights, canned food, and water.
对，我们有手电筒啊，然后就是罐装的那种罐头食品啊，还有水，这三样是有的。
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, looking at the next part, so they checked. They have flashlights, they have canned food, they have water. And now Rachel says, I'll secure the windows and bring in anything that could get blown away from outside. So remember, I just said when there's a sea warning, you need to secure your boats.
哦，有。
So this is the same thing. I'm going to secure the windows. Of course, securing your windows just means closing, locking them so they can't shake and blow away.
对，就
Right.
固定好的意思。
Yeah, that's what it means to secure something. 固定好.
对，
And of course, bring in anything that could get blown away from outside. If you live upstairs and you have a balcony, do you have plants hanging on your balcony? Do you have flowers sitting on the wall of your balcony?
对，这个都要注意哈，像那个
Yeah.
植物啊，不然它就掉下去了。就是不要砸到人是还好，但是如果砸到人的话，很危险哦。
Yeah.
他就说呢，这个 secure 就是固定好，好吧？那我就先呢把这个门窗都固定好，然后呢，我会把所有呢在外面哦都可能会被吹走的东西呢，先把它拿进来哦。Anything that could get blown away 是任何有可能被吹走的东西，先拿进来 from outside， 从外面拿到里面。
I'm trying to make wind in the microphone. Did it work? I don't know.
Yeah, it worked 这个他真的很会学。对。
And then she says, we don't want things flying around.
对，我们不想，当然这个是比较夸张的画面了。我们不想要这个东西就这样随处乱飞，然后当然这是有一点夸大了啦。对，
Clothes hanging outside that you left there, they will fly.
哦，对，它会飞到别人家
Yeah.
这样子。
Yeah. So now Tom says, I'll make sure our phones are fully charged and save the local emergency numbers just in case. So I'll make sure our phones are, you can say charged, but fully charged means charged up to
100。
100%, right? And save the local emergency numbers. 119, you need to save that? Okay. Just in case. This is a good saying, just in case.
对，就以防万一不会用到，但是有需要的时候就很方便了。他就说呢，我要确认。那另外一个人他就说，那我要确认这个我们的那个手机啊，都是充满电的这个状态 ，fully charged。charge 这个字很好用，很多字呢都可以用 charge 哦。那这里是当充电的意思。然后呢，还有把这个当地的这个紧急电话号码存着。那刚才呢，当然 Stevie 呢笑了一下，因为是119嘛，这不用存就会了嘛。那可能当地有一些紧急的专线，你可以打这样子。
Yeah. And then he says also we should stock up on more drinking water. Now, to have stock of something, 就是要有现货。
库存现货。
库存，
对。
So when we want to stock up on something, you want to buy it so that you have stock.
所以这把它用成动词，其实就用名词去联想，就是呢，把什么东西补货的意思。他就说啊，还有，我们也要多存一点这种饮用水，这样。
And Rachel says that's a smart move. Better safe than sorry. So that's very normal. Oh, that's smart. That's a smart move. Better safe than sorry. That's something all our mothers say to us in America.
对。
Better safe than sorry.
没错，这个很常，我们其实好像有听过超过一次。他说 ，smart move 当然不是你在动哦，这个 move 是举动和行为，所以这个是很聪明的一个行为哦。然后呢，这个意思better safe than sorry 是宁愿安全一点，也不要你到时候来后悔啦，就是防患于未然哦，这个意思。
And now Tom says, let's finish up quickly. Let's hurry and finish all of our preparations. So finish up.
就把所有东西弄完，就 finish up 加一个 up， 让它比较口语一点点哦，然后那个节奏感比较好一点，就好，那我们赶快来做这件事情，赶快把它做好。
We can't stop the typhoon, but we can be ready for it.
他就说，我们虽然呢不能阻止台风的到来，但是呢，我们可以准备好怎么样去迎战它。
And that's true. And honestly, we should all, living in Taiwan, we should all have some emergency kits with food, water, and maybe a cell phone charger, things that you can grab if you need to go quickly. So good to have an emergency kit. We also call them disaster kit.
就灾难包这样。
Yeah, same thing. Emergency kit. Yeah. All right, that's all the time we have today. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.